All right, so this video is going to help you answer both questions 5 and 6. We are looking at the graph of a parabola. It represents the height of an object. I'm thinking it was a rock, if I recall. And we're looking at how high this rock went over what time period. So we need to think a little bit about what each of these is representing. So if this is height, this is probably the starting height. Maybe the person that threw the rock was 5 feet tall, and the rock goes up in the air to a certain height, and then it starts to fall back down to earth due to gravity. And so this is where the rock is hitting the ground. So information we can get initial height. The initial height of this rock is 5 feet. The maximum height, and we're saying maximum because the rock goes up and then comes back down, so this vertex is a maximum. The maximum height, if we follow this across, is here at 9 feet. So the rock reaches a maximum height of 9 feet. We can even figure out when that happens. If we look down the graph, it lines up with this 1/2 second. So it reaches 9 feet at 1/2 of a second. And then over here, we can see that once this rock starts to come down, it's going to hit the ground between 1 and 1/2 seconds. So let's change these to decimal values. The 1 we don't need to do anything to, right? It's 1.0. But over here, it's 1.5. So halfway in between 1 and 1.5, if you wanted to write it in a decimal, is 1.25. If you want to write that as a fraction, it's 1 1/4. So the answer for when does it hit the ground, we want our answer to be in time this time, not in feet. So it either hits the ground in 1.25 seconds, or again, if you want to use the fraction, you may use 1 1/4 seconds. But this should help you answer both questions 5 and 6.